of Mr. Emmanuel Ayong. He is, of course, a Calabar brought up, and I'm sure this will be indeed an interesting conversation. Mr. Ayong, you're welcome on Niger Delta today.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
It's good to have you. Well, the Calabar Carnival, as we know, it's spanned 20 years so far. And the Cross River State government is coming out to say that the 2024 edition is dubbed the most successful so far by the different statistics that we have reeled out, which of course we'll be going into to see to it as to how they were able to arrive at this very lofty commendation of the 2024 outing. But indeed, this also goes a long way in buttressing the point of tourism. Just recently also we had such an outing here in Akwa Ibom that was displayed at the Christmas village, the Christmas Unplugged, and a lot of commendations also trailed that particular outing. Looking at tourism within the Niger Delta region, now using Calabar and even Akwa Ibom as case study, would you say that we've been able to show ourselves and distinguish ourselves when it comes to the issue of tourism in the region?
Well, Calabar Carnival is will be described as a street festival, which brings community and people together. I remember those days in Calabar. You know, Calabar is noted for its in terms of cultural assemblage. When we talk of Christmas, Enovia, and all that. I remember those days now when we were very young in Calabar. We were looking forward to masquerading and all that until 2004 when Governor Donald Duke started the Calabar Festival, and of course harmonizing, orchestrating, refocusing, changing the narrative, changing the direction. The most of the facilitators who were arranging for masquerades now were even being paid to be part of Seagull Band, Bayside Band, and all that, Passion Band, and all that. So you realize that there was a diversion, and you see the influx of tourists coming into the state, like the 2024 edition, which is a just the best, because as you progress, you keep expanding, you keep improving. More than 300,000 tourists were in the States. And of course, in terms of travels alone, AC and land travels, the state recorded more than 3.1 billion, you know. And all the hotels in Calabar, right from the 10th to the 31st of December, were fully booked. And it may also interest you to note that even landlords and tenants relocate from their houses.
Just to ensure
relocate from their houses to attach to their relations.
To accommodate.
You lease out your house, you know, and your apartment to tourists. For that 1 month, you make a lot of money to support your family. That is why when you look at the theme of Calabar Festival, it says shared prosperity. You know, prosperity for government, prosperity for the communities, prosperity for the home. So it is a good way of thinking out of the box. There is a lot of money scattered around this for you to be visionary, you know, so that you can just think out of the box, you know, to make up with the oil money that is fluctuating, which is inconsistent.
So, Mr. Ayong, how can we build on the successes recorded? Because it shouldn't just be the Christmas season. Now, some tourists visited the Kwa Falls, and we also have the
Abudu the Marina Falls.
Yes.
The Marina
so
Falls.
We want to extend it beyond the carnival. How can we, you know, build on the success and see how people can still be coming even outside the carnival period?
Yeah, it depends. That's why I'm saying that you think out of the box. Apart from the carnival, which comes up once a year, December, you can build up a carnival maybe around mid-season, June, July. You know, you find a carnival, you find something to build on, and you develop the tourist sites. You know, a lot of people, a lot of tourists can come in, not necessarily during the end of year arrangement, just to visit. You develop, but you see, if you abandon the tourist sites, you know, like people who go to Jerusalem, they want to see what they have been reading in the Bible, you know. And the people there, the government there, realize that aspect as a very huge angle to generate revenue. You know, and it boosts tourism in that area. And they generate a lot of billions of dollars from that arrangement. So it is just for the government to visualize, to think of boosting the tourist sites that can attract tourists not only during the festive season, that tourists can come to visit your state even before the festive season.
You know, Mr. Ayong, that also reminded me of some very special sites in Cross River State that may be looking as though they are not really as active as they were during the Donald Duke tenure. For instance, the ranch, the Wudukato Ranch. And of course, we're looking at how we can ensure that these areas are revived. I mean, it was definitely a destination. When we talked about Cross River State, you looked forward to going to the ranch, and it might seem as though the Cross River governor was recently speaking as to the investment it is making as regards being able to land planes there at the ranch, and talked about a lot of millions that have been sunk into that particular project. And do you think that the issue of successive governments being able to carry on projects that have been established plays a key role in ensuring that tourism is encouraged?
Yeah, see, government should not look at this thing as political patronage, or I'm trying to do something to promote my party or downplay the vision of the previous administration. Government is a continuum. Now, if you look at the tourism potentials of Cross River State, if our party succeeds, you must look at the people, look at how to develop them. Like the Obudu Cattle Ranch. Who will go to Obudu Cattle Ranch without the cable car? You know, the cable car was working, and I don't know whether that car is still working.
It's no longer working.
You understand? So, you look at the beauty of Obudu Ranch and also the risk of making it up to the ranch. A lot of people lost their lives, you know, and that is why the government came up with the cable car, you know, and I don't know whether that cable car is still working. So if you really want to boost activities around Obudu Cattle Ranch, you must look at those infrastructural facilities around the ranch and the workability of it, and it will attract tourists to those destinations.
All right. It's like this time around we had the issue of social media handles. Would you say that they actually made maximum use of social media platform to generate revenue also?
No, they made a lot of money. I think they made up to 900 million naira through social media handles and platforms. You know, they made a lot of money from there. Even tickets, they made more than 200 million.
I for once feel that they should even make more. It's like they didn't make.
Yeah, you know, you see, as we progress, you know, like what is happening in 2024 was a complete departure with what happened in 2004. You understand? So they are making progress as the year unfolds, and learning from their mistakes, also building on their gains.
We also understand that the revenue for food and breakfast alone stood at an estimated 900 million naira. That is just for food. We're not talking about transportation and housing. And
this food that you're talking about, that is why where the team, I really agree with the team, shared prosperity. This food is not provided by government alone. You know, we have the vendors also making money within the state and all that. So these are the things that we are talking about. Tourism has vast potentials to make people to break even, to develop the IGR of the state, and of course to improve on the living condition of the people.
All right, Mr. Ayong, thank you very much for making our time to speak with us in Niger Delta today.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.